Everybody loves Naomi.
She knows 9 languages. She's in 6 AP classes, rides a skateboard. She has like the funkiest, coolest style.
Naomi runs the #3 Superman fan site in the world.
So, Naomi is a strikingly loose adaptation of a comic book series by the same name, and it is just as bad as you heard it was. Now, it's corny, it's preachy, it's targeted towards that elusive, Gen Z, bi-curious, pronoun-using asshat of an audience that every single freaking show nowadays is targeting nowadays. But like, here's the thing. Like, seriously, the lead protagonist is literally a skater girl who's not like the other girls. My main issue with characters like this is that they literally have no flaws. And she is indeed a Mary Sue. Everyone likes her for literally no reason, and of course, no current day female protagonist is complete without a quirky, chubby girl best friend who dresses in obnoxiously bright clothing, who is obviously up to date with all the latest trends and slang that the kids use nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So she's hip. One of the first things that really irked me about this show is really this simple one thing. Naomi impulsively dates people. She has attraction for multiple people for multiple different reasons, and it's honestly kind of weird, but it's probably the only realistic aspect of this show that is actually real life high school activity, you know, kids being indecisive. At the same time, you can only tell that they're only going to do this for a cheap way to build drama, and that's exactly what they did throughout the episodes. Every time they do it, it's unnecessary and it feels forced and weird. And of course, our lead, strong, independent protagonist gets good grades, she's good at everything, and literally everyone likes her for whatever reason, and her parents are just so proud of her. And you know she's so great because her grades literally say best personality. She's even able to walk inside and out of classrooms just because it's for her blog. You know what I'm saying? It's so stupid, man. I kid you not, in episode 3, Naomi is literally getting her ego stroked by her parents for the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds to the letter. Like, it's really corny, man. And the intro to this show is so lazy. Any fan edit can do it better. I've seen fan edits do it better. It's ridiculous, man. And in episode 6, like literally in the 6-minute mark, we get a lame feminist line about how Naomi don't need no man. Like, kill me with this, bro. Like, I cannot. Speaking of Nate, he is an army brat, meaning he should be used to losing connections and losing friends and losing all types of connections to other people. So why is he so hung up on Naomi? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because she's not like the other girls. She is a skater kid with all types of personality traits that anyone would be drawn to. And in the very same episode, right, in episode 7, the main thing that felt completely stupid and crazy to me was the fact that I guess in a weird bonding experience, the creep stalker guy is apparently someone who knew her parents. But in their conversation, he says, and I quote, "Humans are careless with their planet. We weren't." Like, bro, first off, aren't you human too? Like, seriously, I think the writers forgot their own lore 13 minutes into the episode. And yes, the chubby token best friend is spitting nothing but pop culture references, and it's still annoying. She's the worst character in the show to me. Also, apparently, Naomi has another more ability because every episode she damn near gets a new ability. And her ability this episode is literally the ability to create fantasies and make them real. She can turn a memory into reality. Yeah, because she's not a Mary Sue, right? You know, she doesn't just have random powers gifted to her because, right? And crazy stalker guy Zimbabwe or whatever heck his name is, bro, he told his horrible backstory about how he faced discrimination when coming to this dimension because of how black he is. You wanna know the discrimination it was? You wanna know what it was? You really wanna know? Bro, the quote unquote racism that this man experienced was literally someone shoving him literally by his shoulder. Like, dude, he got brushed up by his shoulder aggressively and a dude dangled keys in front of him. It wasn't even really dangling. And it was actually respectful if you look at the scene. Like, yeah, editing Nikari here. Yeah, when I mean, you know, respectful, I didn't mean the shoulder brush up. You know, that was a little obviously not playful. But the little key thing was honestly not that big a deal in my opinion. Like, That's some stuff, you know, homies would do if they joking around or whatever. I don't know. They just think racism is just any microaggression if you just so happen to be white. It's just kind of weird to me. That's why I just wanted to clarify. I would have thought it was a parody of racism, like, because this was so inaccurate. Like, bro, you would have thought that these white dudes called this man boy. It's so forced, bro. I can't. This is how the writers view racism, guys. Seriously, the writers of Naomi, guys, grade A performances. And of course, a little over 13 minutes into episode 11, the Butterball bestie literally says, and I quote, "Separate bathrooms are so Gen X. The future is all genders. Tell that to Leah Thomas and tell that to the people who had to go against her, who lost opportunities solely because they're going against the man." But you know, whatever. It's so weird to me when people put these messages in these shows. Like seriously, with the growing rise of anthrophobia and the laundry list of concerns that women rightfully have, I really doubt the future is all genders. But then again, we live in a decade where men and women's sports are in the same field. And we live in a decade of people can't even explain what a woman is, but whatever. And of course, with this same fat feminist, you know what I'm saying? She is more worried about her own amusement than the fact that she could die at any moment while she's at this prom. Like, bro, where is your sense of urgency here? Seriously, who is writing this woman's lines? And of course, Naomi's new power in episode 11 is super speed. I will never understand with comic writers thinking that, oh, more powers on a character equals popularity. As if we love and we can recognize Batman from any corner of the globe because he's so overpowered and broken. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand this. Speaking of Naomi, the character who was coincidentally created in 2019 and just so happens to get a show automatically, even in her comic book series, Batman and Superman are stroking that ego as hard as you can think they are stroking it. And of course, the mentally adjusted, good-looking black man isn't meant to be with strong, independent women like Naomi. You know, so they break up a number of times. They have a bunch of fake-out breakups throughout the show. It's really annoying. It's really corny. It's really forced, but, you know, welcome to modern-day TV shows directed towards Gen Z. So Nate and her break up at prom. And you know what's stupid about it? They break up, and you know what makes it so unnecessary? It doesn't solve the problem because you're still going to be friends with these people. And wouldn't that mean you would have to cut ties with everyone you know because everyone you know does not have superpowers like you? So the breakup did nothing but to make drama. Literally. I literally said this. And of course, Queen Cellulite's dialogue is literally still annoying as hell and more disrespectful as it goes on. Her and Naomi are in a car in episode 12 and literally all she can think about is stuffing her freaking face. We get it, writers. She's fat. Let it go already. Tell a different story. And of course, in the same episode, Naomi gets another ability, literally in episode 12. You want to know what that ability is? Now she's invulnerable. Bro, what the freak is with this character? It's like she's just a giant plot device. Like, honestly, bro, and she has the depth of a goddamn sea turtle. And the final episode of Naomi is literally whatever. It was the corniest thing ever. Naomi literally was getting overwhelmed and overpowered at the climax of this entire freaking show, right? And you wanna know how she gets out of this situation? Does she use her obviously superior intelligence to think of a way out of this situation? Does she do that? Does she use her own Thanagarian training to maneuver her way and, you know, use a brutal attack to win the day? No, she doesn't do that either. She literally just wills her way to victory. She literally, and I cannot stress this enough, she Super Saiyan Rage boosted her way to the victory, to the finish line. Like, because nowadays, the newest comic book characters I've noticed, they've all just been uber, mega, ultra, super powerful characters who are at the tippity top echelon, including, but not limited to, social identity politics and social justice, with clear and utter biases towards the radical left. Because that's why we watch these shows, right? To be preached to. That's why we watch these shows. It's so annoying, man. And of course, they have to sprinkle in some intersectional feminism. And it's honestly the most frustrating thing in the world as a comic book fan of all of these type of characters, of all these medias. It's so exhausting. Again, Naomi has only been a character in comics for 3 years. She was made back in 2019. She was literally made for these type of studios, just for a show. As much as I hate Miles Morales, I hate to admit it, but at least with him, we had time to develop with this character of Miles as a concept. Not only just as a character who fans need to accept, or at least they got to, because he exists now. He's pushed into the mainstream. So with Miles, we had time to get to know this version of quote-unquote Spider-Man. But at the same time with Naomi, we don't get that. We got 3 years to know everything we need to know about Naomi, right? Man, I am so glad this show got axed when it did. Man, the new showrunner at the CW is on a roll, man. I wonder what new DC projects are going to get axed after their first season as well. Only time will tell. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Yes, my avatar is different. I had to readjust some things. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Peace.